We're actually here in Austin, Texas at the Circuit of the Americas for the new Dunlop Q3 Plus. And I'm here with Dunlop's race technician guy that knows everything about tires, Tony Romo. And I don't know how tire testing works, so we came to find out how it works. Did you bring a whole lot of tires or not that many? There's many stacks.
Yeah, I mean, for this test, we brought probably in excess of 20 different front specs and maybe 15 rear specs. Tire testing, kind of starts with an idea. We're the only tire company that makes motorcycle tires in North America exclusively. So it's developed in the United States. We test them here in the United States and we manufacture them. So typically it'll start with an idea from our engineers. They're always coming up with something new. From there, we'll build prototypes, and then we send them down to our Huntsville Proving Ground in Huntsville, Alabama. Once they give it the okay, they come back to us. We'll give one more check just to make sure everything's right, and then we'll bring them to something like this. So this is a good opportunity because we're able to gather all those tires up and test them all at one time, with pro teams, obviously.
Did you take all the tires and give them to all the racers and take everybody's opinion? You pick the first top 3 or 4 guys, the Hayeses and the Cameron and the Tony and Roger. Do those guys get like their opinion counts more than everybody else's, or is it an egalitarian society? You value even the slower guy's opinion? Yeah,
I mean, we have to start with, we have to give everything to the top teams first, but we don't forget about anybody else. Everybody's feedback's important.
So do you find most of the time that the fastest guys all agree upon which one's the best tire, or is it like one guy picks A and the other guy picks B, and you have to figure out how to make C to make everybody happy?
You know what? 9 times out of 10, they all pick the same tire. They're that good. I'm telling you. And when it's better, it's better. And that's really what we're looking for, is a consensus. And that's why you have to have a big sampling pool like this.
What's up with tire testing? Did you guys find the tire you like yet, or is it hard to do? Is it easy? You do it all the time?
I've tried a few different ones. We're on a brand new bike, so it's a little bit, for us, more of a shakedown than a tire test, but the tires that we've used, we're very, very happy with so far. Feel like we had a really good day yesterday.
So what better person to ask about how does it all work? What's it all about? And is it four-time AMA Superbike? There's a bunch of those. You've won a bunch of them. Yeah. So tell us what's tire testing all about? Is it a feel thing, or you just come back and look at your lap times and go, oh, this tire's better than that one because I went a half a second? But you can feel it when you're out there.
Lap time is definitely a factor, but the whole purpose is development. So the engineers back at Dunlop are coming up with fresh new ideas and coming up with some different, not just rubbers, but constructions of tires, looking for particular feel most of the time. They don't fix a tire for one person, so they'll get consecutive input from over the course of the season. This is a potential area we need to improve on, so they go about working on those problems. So for me, I think lap time is a decent indicator in a lot of respects, but it's not the only one. At the end of the day, conditions are always a little different here and there, and competition, we're also consistently and constantly working on the motorcycle and making changes and improvements to the motorcycle, so that's going to have an effect on both tire performance and that. So typically when we come to these tests, I spend as much time as possible working on getting to a good baseline setting that I'm happy with the motorcycle, and then I stop that process whenever we go through and test tires. Then it's a matter of what the engineer is looking for, whether it's a durability test where we're putting in a lot of laps, or we're just running through several different tires like we're doing here, trying to get a feel for each one. For me, I feel like it helps to know a little bit of an idea of where they're going, but sometimes it's not, because I don't want to go out with the preconceived notion of what it's supposed to do and get the placebo effect of telling them, yeah, it's great, when it's really not. So sometimes it's just a matter of, okay, I'm going to go out, I'm going to ride this tire as hard as I'm comfortable, and then I'm going to take the next tire, and the only thing I want to know is this one pretty close to that one, so I know what to expect? Yes, okay, so now I'm going to go out, I'm going to try to put it through the exact same paces that I did the previous tire, see if it reacts in a different way. Well, we have a good idea where tires are going to, I hate to say fail, but where they're going to give us potential issues. Front tires always on corner entry, hard braking, turning in on the brakes still. That's always going to be our trouble spot. So I might not do the fastest lap time, but I test the tire in that area. That's where I go in there. I find a corner that I feel safe in, usually one that slows down pretty damn slow, so that I can really start leaning on it and see if I get bad feedback from the tire. This is pretty good for that type of testing at this particular track. But then there's also other areas of the track where we just have some chatter, and the compliance of the tire can have a huge effect on how the bike performs. So it's trying to pick all these things apart and not think about so much what did the last tire do. It's just what is this tire doing? Come in, blurt out as much of that information as you can, and let the guys who are the pros decipher that stuff. I just try to ride them the best I can.
Kind of cool to be here on tire testing day. You can get up close and personal with people in the track and everything. Anyhow, that's about all I got from the Dunlop tire test. If you want to read more, go to Motorcycle.com. All right. Bye-bye.